Hello everyone, I'm Leo and welcome to my channel. This is my version for CS50 Web Project 2 Commerce. If you want a deeper explanation of the site, showing everything I learned about the code, leave in the comments. Okay, so let's start by giving an overview of the database and the website. As we can see, we have 4 tables: bid, categories, comments, and listings, and they are all empty right now. If we go to our homepage, we can see it's everything empty. Our homepage is the active listing tab, but we can also access categories, login, and register. So let's register a user to make more tabs available. Okay, right now the user can access Watchlist and create listing, and they are also empty. At create a listing page, we have title, category, image URL, description, and starting bid. All those fields are from listing table, even starting bid. What happens here is that after writing all fields and pressing create, the database records the starting bid, and our server automatically creates a new record in the bid table. But before start our first test, let me populate all categories using Django's database interface. As we can see, we have 3 columns at categories table: ID, automatically generated, name, categories name, and icon URL, the path for a picture we are going to use in categories page. What happens if I make a mistake? I can go back and modify the registry, or even delete the registry. And the same thing happens for all other tables. Now let's start our first test. Create a single list. I already have a full database on Excel. So let's take one row and add those data in the form. Press create and voila! We add a brand new listing in our site. Now let's see what's happening in our database. As we can see, we have our new listing on database, and a new bid has been created for our listing as it's supposed to do. Now let's populate all the database with more 23 listings using 3 different users: Harry, Hermione, and Hagrid. Perfect! With a full database, we can start all tests remaining. In our homepage, we can see all new active listings. We can confirm all listings are active with this green open lock icon. At the same time, the gray dashed eye shows we have no listing in the watch list. Also, if we click at Categories tab, we can access a specific active listing by each category: electronics, fashion, home, office, toys, and wizardry. Let's pick up one of those. Now let's click the listing to add it to the watch list. Having a listing on a watch list is the same thing to say we are following this listing. So let's click the follow button. Now, if we access the watch list, we see the listing with a green eye. If we access it again and click unfollow, we have no listing on the watch list anymore. Back to our listing page, we have all information we need about this listing: picture, description, category, open-close status, come all from listing table. The current bid, its creation date, and related field connects with bid table. Finally, all past comments and comment field connects with comment table. The listing table also have many-to-many field called followers. That's how the program knows which user has which table in watchlist. And if I'm the listing owner, I will have a close button to stop bids and close the list. Now let's test the comments. As we can see, all comments are ordered by decreasing time. Now let's try to make a bid. This time we'll make a bid lower than the current value, just to see what happened. As message said, if we try a bid not 5% higher than the current bid, the offer will be rejected. So now, let's make a bid 5% higher than the current value. It works, and the listing is now updated with a new bid. Just to make sure that any user can make a bid, let's make a bid with another user. Okay, now we have made 2 bids, let's close the listing. After the owner closed the listing, he's congratulated if someone has bought his item. Also, a medal icon and a congratulation message appears for the buyer. But there is a situation wasn't that project 2 specification. Should the owner make a bid in his own listing or should not? As you could see, we had a bid text field before closing the listing. Now imagine if the owner makes a bid and closes it before anyone could cover it. What would happen? Let's try. So the owner receives an apology message for not being able to sell his listing. Last but not least, what should appear on the listing page if the user is logged out? He can see comments, but can't make any bid, follow, or even close the listing. Thanks for watching. This was Commerce.